Brett Berry and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, it seems like it will be a great fit for Ben Simmons on the Nets. There's plenty of scoring around him so he can focus on what he does best, setting up his teammates and defending. He said, "I take pride in it. There's only one ball. If I'm able to get stops and give guys a hard time, then we'll be able to get further." Kevin?
First team all defense. All right, DA, thanks as always. Brett, there's no doubt your athleticism was one of the key weapons you possessed. We're going to see plenty of that here tonight on display.
Well, that's kind of you first, Kevin, but secondarily, the guys out here have a chance when there's any open space to make something extremely exciting happen. So let's move up a little bit and sit on the edge of our seats, should we?
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3. And for the Nets, the guard set is Irving and Curry. Durant is out there with Simmons. And it's Claxton in at center. And it's in there.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Suns ball.
Outside Crowder. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Ball finds Booker. Lets it go from deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. Now here is Irving. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Warren's checked in for Brooklyn. And Phoenix also making a switch. Johnson's checked in. And it's the Suns' ball. Here's Paul down low. Here's Ayton. And Curry pulls it down.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Suns ball. Substitutions on the court.
"11 seconds left to play here in the first. Payne with it, passes it to Šarić. For 3, Bridges, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Suns lead by 5. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your next
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Suns ball.
Here's Payne. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. And he drops it in from the low post.
And that is one of Payne's signature moves. He loves that high-arcing, soft-touch floater.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And Kevin, little plays like that one will help them manage this lead heading into the half. How about the determination?
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Some changes for Brooklyn. Ben Simmons comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Seth Curry in for Joe Harris. And for the Suns, Andre Ayton's checked in for Sharch. Booker comes in for Johnson. And Chris Paul subbed in for Cameron Payne. On the court for the Suns, Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up at forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
Now,
The Nets making a switch here. Durant's checked in. And here's Booker from the arc. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Want to be an all-star guard like Devin Booker? You might want to start hitting your share of triples.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
.27 seconds left in the first half. Bridges shot. Good. Bridges has got 5.
That's pretty steady from Bridges. Does not let the contact throw him off one bit.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. The Suns making a switch here. Craig's checked in. Here's Ayton. Booker outside. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Suns shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And that one misses.
Bridges is shooting a high percentage, and the game really does come naturally to him.
Booker against Curry. Lets it go from 11, and they pick up 2. He's got 5.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Nine seconds left here in the second. Paul finds Booker. 4 seconds left. And he lays it up and in. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
Well, finishes like that are pretty impressive from Devin Booker, who we know is a great outside shooter.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Shamet. No good on the quick 3. And so it's Phoenix holding a big